My name's Catherine Trotter. I'm a tech director at Moneysupermarket Group. I grew up in Lymm in Cheshire, went off to university in Liverpool, and I've ended up back living in Knutsford. I'm turning 40 next year, so I'm about to embrace the midlife crisis. So I didn't have a clue what I wanted to be when I grew up, and it started to bother me probably when I was about 15 years old because all my friends seemed to know and I didn't. So I went to see a careers advisor who asked me to fill out a questionnaire, which I did, and at the end of the 30 questions she told me that I obviously cared about people and that I liked to get things done, and so the job for me was social work. That was it, no other option, just social work. My first job was on the graduate scheme at Marconi. I started in bid management, did that for a little while, then I worked in finance, and then from finance I moved into HR. And every bit of my job I was trying to run away from the fact that I knew about tech, but in every role I did, tech seemed to become a thing for me. My dad was massively into technology. He was an electronic engineer and he was forever bringing home gadgets or things for us to try. We had circuit boards knocking around our house from when I was kind of 4 years old. So I think my dad is really responsible for my interest in technology. He was certainly the one who encouraged me to go to university to do a tech degree when I didn't get the grades to do the course I wanted to do. So the first time I officially worked in technology was probably a good 5 years into my career. But as I mentioned, tech's been kind of drawing me in. So every role I've done, people I've worked with have kind of realised that I knew a bit about tech. And although I don't consider myself to be that technical, I fast realised I knew quite a bit more than the people around me. And so tech's been a theme pretty much since I left university. So I'm a technology director now, which technically means I manage teams of software developers and product engineers. But what I actually do is probably a whole spectrum of things, from I'm a mum to some of the people in the team, I play a coach role with some people in the team, I give them feedback they probably don't want to hear, I praise them for stuff when they're doing really well. I end up doing a whole spectrum of things, from like office moves and literally moving the furniture myself to get things done. So my role is really about unblocking things that get in the way of my teams being really highly performant and productive. There's so many good bits of my role. The favourite bit of my role is seeing my teams in complete flow, when they all understand each other, they know the task in hand, they know what they need to do, and everybody in that team loves what they're doing and is in that state of flow where it's just working, it's all just coming together. So that's kind of the best bit of my role. Other things I love seeing people grow. I love giving people an opportunity and encouraging them to make them, take on extra responsibility or make themselves better at what they do. I'm very much definitely about people and the team side of things, but I also love when we create slick customer experiences that you can be proud of and you can say to your mates, hey, we did that. I think the tech industry is changing at a huge pace, and every day there's slightly different thoughts about how you approach things or how you get into the head of a consumer. And knowing that and knowing the rate that technology is developing, I would say to people, don't ever rule yourself out of working in digital just because you don't write code. There are so many roles in digital these days, and all sorts of different skills are required to kind of make excellent, delightful products for people. So never think that the skills that you've got don't fit in the digital world. Just grab any opportunities you've got, because technology is everywhere these days. So the industry still struggles, I think, from a diversity perspective. Particularly gender diversity. We're doing some work as a business with a local high school, a local girls' school, and we're trying to encourage the girls to consider careers in technology. Obviously that's not something we're going to change overnight, these girls are still at high school, but we need to consider diversity across our teams as well. These days the internet has just made products be worldwide, and consumers come from anywhere in the world, from all different backgrounds, from all different walks of life, and you're never going to create a really great product until you have that mix of that diversity in the teams who understand the needs of all of those people from all of those communities. So for me, the big thing that needs to keep moving is that creating greater diversity in the culture in the tech environments.